Mango Bay, Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Your Mango Bay. Welcome to Mango Bay.
Welcome to Mango
Today,
Bay.
we have a good friend of mine, known her for years.
Hi, thank you.
She is one of 3 cool white people in the world.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
One of 3 cool white girls in the world.
There's only 3?
There's only 3. It's you,
I feel like-
Beto O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke is a white girl.
Beto's mom.
And then Martha Studer. Yeah, Beto's mom. Yeah.
Okay, I like all those people.
Corinne's cool as fuck. She runs a small little podcast called Guys We Fucked. She is a comic. She is a woman about town. She's a voice.
True.
She's a voice on the scene. She's a traveler.
The way you said woman about town, not flattering. It's like she's a whore.
It sounded like a
She's
prostitute, but I didn't
She's a
mind.
woman
towns
She
lady.
knows the streets.
The lady of the streets.
She knows the corners
Yeah.
as well as the shaft.
I
You
won't-
can find her roaming around the streets.
I don't disagree.
wantonly.
It's fine.
Corinne is cool as fuck. Literally known you for years. I think when I was just started doing comedy, started getting shows.
Yeah.
You were like already in the clubs. You were already doing shit in the clubs.
Yeah.
Doing her thing.
Yeah,
Fucking killing it.
that's a nice way of saying I'm substantially older than you.
Yeah. Corinne is old as hell also. Menopause will be happening during this podcast.
Oh, God. I would actually
Listen
love
for
that.
it, folks. Listen for it.
I would love that. Does menopause make a sound?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm Muslim. I don't know anything about the female anatomy.
It's a screech.
I'm sorry about that.
I didn't know that girls had like 2 holes. That the one piss, one for cum, until a girl told me on a podcast.
When-
I like how you refer to the other one as just for cum.
I
There's
mean,
no
it's-
babies coming
I
out.
know.
It's just the coming hole and the pissing hole.
I was like, I would call it the tampon hole, but yeah.
And then there's the hole I never acknowledged.
Yeah.
Her mouth. The speech hole. I'm from Bangladesh.
Oh my god.
I'm getting the Mango Bay vibe.
Yeah.
the vibe.
We respect women out here.
I get it.
The Mango Bay vibe. It's very regressive Indian.
Yeah.
Is
It's
the,
just like Bangladesh is the Staten Island of the subcontinent. Just so you know.
We're like,
a
is
stat-
this a trick? Are the doors locked?
All right. There's a window you can jump out of if things get too crazy.
They're like, first we make you come to Brooklyn, we turn off the air, and then
Turn off the air.
we make you talk
Those are
about
hot flashes, Corinne.
your
It's
cum hole.
happening.
Everyone
Going
else
through
is
menopause.
cool. I see. I'm on to you guys.
Yes.
It's 68 degrees in here.
Yes.
I'm dewy as fuck right now.
What?
I'm sweaty.
You're literally a honeydew, bro.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
You also look very 1970s. I love your look.
Thank you. I think it's this tapestry that's doing
First
the
of all-
work.
Well, the
too.
hair, the chain,
hair,
a little
it's-
chest
You know
hair.
what?
I love
got
it.
multiple chains.
This is
I
how-
look like a porn producer.
I love a 1970s
Yeah,
look.
This
Yes.
is how white you are. You think that India forever is 1970s
That
white.
is
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
So true.
India forever.
It's like, this has been India forever, but all you can think of is
Nailed it.
This is 1970s America. It's like,
Yeah.
no, he's wearing an Indian garb, Corinne.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I've
Well,
never
either
been
way, I
to
take
India.
it as a compliment. So it's all good.
So we came here to shit on your whiteness.
That's
the entire
fine.
time.
That's fine. I'm very white. I don't even try to sometimes people like white people will try to like make themselves in urban rooms. I actually amp up the whiteness.
Respect.
Here's
So
why,
much respect.
Here's why Corinne is cool is that there's actually not that dirty, disgusting white guilt that like makes
Right.
people ugly because they don't have any realness. Corinne's just a person.
Yeah.
And you're a white person. You happen to be white. And you
Right.
acknowledge it and you're cool about it. That's why, like,
I can't.
Welcome to the future,
I
Corinne.
can't undo it. You know.
You're being complimented for accepting your whiteness.
it's powerful.
Thanks.
She does yoga, but like she really does it. You know what I'm saying? I just think that white guilt is so fine. You've seen it in Brooklyn shows, stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's the kind of white guilt that you don't even see the person as a person, the black person, brown person. You see them as a item to be protected,
A wedge for your own woke
right.
presentation.
You know what I'm saying?
too,
A
yeah.
bouncing board for your
They're
own
a platform.
wokeness.
Yeah.
And that's why, Christine Hutchinson too, you guys don't fucking have that vibe. It's just like, who are you? Are you cool? Let's chill. If you're not, then fuck you. That kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, we hate equally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
I think
respect
that's
your white
important.
supremacy.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's open.
She is the master woman. You know what I'm saying?
But also, I mean, and not this is like such a white thing to say, but
Here we
like,
go.
here we go,
Buckle up,
guys.
do it, yeah.
Well, also,
That's what we're here for.
Puerto Ricans are smelly. Okay, here
no,
we go.
I love Puerto Ricans. I've had sex with a lot of them.
They do that a lot.
My ex-boyfriend. I just broke up with my boyfriend, but he's half Puerto Puerto Rican.
Oh shit.
Oh, no
okay.
We were
kidding.
gonna fly to Puerto Rico for his mom's funeral.
What?
Oh shit, that's
Wait, you were
romantic.
going to, or you are going to?
Well, yeah, no. I mean, if he wants me to, so I don't know. Like, she's getting buried there, so
That can also double as a wedding.
Right.
You know? Mom died. I'm ready to fill that gap in my life.
I wanted to talk about because I'm a Jew, and
you
so
are? Okay.
I was like, what? I was like, there's something here.
hidden minority. Minority.
Well, because I only say this because with the talk of like alt right, I'm like, guys, if like the alt right takes over, Jews are actually the first people who are going.
Yeah.
No, it's probably Muslims because they're most visible because of the color, and then they're gonna sniff you out like truffles,
Yeah.
like pigs be doing truffles, and then you
they-
know,
Well, it's only because they're concerned about
they're
our.
gonna be like, "What?
our-
You're eating Chinese food on Christmas? Get her!" You know,
They're
they'll know.
concerned about us taking over the media, so it's like that's when Charlottesville, like the number one
Yeah.
chant was
Yes.
"Jew will
Jew.
not replace
That's
us,"
true.
because
Which
it's
is a fun pun in a weird
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was
It's
quite
like, are
catchy.
they Puerto Rican saying you will not replace us?
Yeah,
or
Jew will not replace
Jew will
us.
replace us? We're Dominican.
Yes, I like that.
By the way, can I just say the best Hindus I know are all Jewish. Just facts.
What do
The
you mean?
best Hindus,
The best Hindus I know are all Jews.
That makes. I
They're
don't
the
know.
ones they get really into Hinduism,
Oh,
and they're
well-
super committed
Well,
to the
because
culture.
really?
you're
They
a
go
Jew by
beyond-
blood,
Oh,
whether or
okay.
not you practice the
Yes,
religion.
and-
Yeah,
exactly. And the best ones that like they go beyond just the appropriation. They like fully commit to the culture,
Mm-hmm.
and then towards the end of their life, they find a coalescence between like Kabbalah and like the Upanishads
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Holy shit, that's insane.
Yeah.
Are you like you're not Hasidic? You're Ashkenazi.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, I know shit.
Well, there's also
Hasidic can be Ashkenazi.
yeah, because
yeah?
I was like the
Are you one of
opposite
those
of
Hindu Jews? Bro?
I'm one of the. I'm
You're one of
also
Hindu-
down. I'm down with the tribe. Okay.
like it would be
We're embattled
Ashkenazi.
people. It's because of your
is that
people.
A peyote? Or what do you call it? It's a
curl. I see a curl.
There's
What
a
is
curl.
that?
We
Did
spin
you
this
just call
right
it peyote?
It's a peyote? What is it? A peyote?
Sometimes any word will do.
Payas. Peyote is a drug.
Yes, and as is the payas. Okay.
It's well, because you're talking like it's Ashkenazi or Sephardic. Sephardic
okay.
are the Hispanic.
Hispanic Jews?
And they're like
Jews.
Arab Jews are also Sephardic.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Because I
okay.
was like, because there's like Latino Jews and
Okay, and
they do
Ashkenazi
exist.
is like a Jew.
just like no, I mean they're all Jew Jews.
Pastrami Jew is what?
You're
Well,
that?
look, there's Indian Jews as well.
What?
There's a 13th tribe of Israel that's from like northeast
What
India.
the fuck?
Ashkenazi is just like the white,
Okay.
Yeah.
white looking
Bagel
Jews.
pastrami is Ashkenazi. Okay.
Yeah,
Bagel pastrami.
yeah. So the food we
Ashkenazi.
different.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Like Jew as you know it is Ashkenazi.
Okay. I got you. And you do you practice it all anymore? Or?
No, I mean I've gone
Okay.
to Israel. I was like staying kosher for Passover for like 12 years. I got into more like the ethnic stuff than the religion stuff.
Really? Okay.
I only believed in God for like 2 years.
And you at 3,
I went through a God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was when I was 0 to 2. I was into God. You know.
I tried it, not for me. I think like when I was like maybe like 10 to 12 or 12 to 14 around that
Corinne
time.
has 2 podcasts: Guys We Fucked and Synagogues We Burned. Okay,
Yes.
those are the 2 podcasts she
Down
runs.
with them.
Guys we fuck and gods we fuck.
Gods We Smashed.
We tried it. Yeah.
I think, it's interesting because like Jews have that demarcation, like we're a Jew and we're a cultural Jew. Like in New York, there's a lot of like we don't really subscribe to the religion,
Right.
but not the culture. It's interesting because it's Islam that cultural Muslim hasn't been locked in yet.
That's where like the Rami Youssefs
Rami
and stuff are coming
Youssef
in to kind of push the culture that
the idea
way.
that there's no demarcation between
Mia Khalifa.
Mia Khalifa is
Rami Youssef.
She actually leads prayer sometimes. You know this?
I didn't.
She does not. She does
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's this guy's coming towards Mecca. Then. But there's no cultural Muslim. It's very much like if you are a Muslim, you're a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
So that's starting now. Is that I love the Muslim culture of like family and community, but I have not relinquished my religion yet publicly.
Right.
Because that will get you fucking fucked up by your parents.
Have you done it privately? Well, I guess you can't say it here.
Well, you boys
He's done it pretty-
Oh, okay.
You know,
He's pretty public about his
I've-
apostasy.
Yeah,
But at the same, he'd be like, Corinne's chill, but that's his mode of doing it.
Yeah.
I still latch onto some Muslim elements.
Okay.
I don't pray really.
Hijab. when
I
he's
latch
boning a
onto
girl.
hijab. No, but in general, it's more spiritual.
Okay.
Spiritual. I'm the white girl of Islam. You know what I'm saying? That's what I am.
I'm spiritual.
That's right.
I like it.
I do want to see like a movement of white women in America who are like, I'm really into Islam now. You know,
There is, but
Go
there
to the
are some
mosque.
white
Oh, I'm
girls
sure that's coming, yeah.
who go to marry off ISIS fighters.
Yeah.
There are. Like they literally leave their country to go marry off ISIS. And I guess it's because they love confidence or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Those
They
are
like have a job. They know exactly what they want.
Those are like the female equivalent of like school shooters. You know what I mean?
I
That's their
know.
thing. Like, I'm not going to shoot. I'm just going to go join ISIS.
The drone was the original school shooter. Actually,
That's true.
I don't know if you know that.
Well, it's like ISIS Wives. You could do like a reality TV show, like ISIS Wives.
ISIS.
Yes.
ISIS Wives. That's actually a great idea.
Oh,
That's-
dude, you know what?
that's a
I used
great
to write
idea.
for Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
One of the articles I wrote was called "Desperate Hamas Wives," based on that show.
Yeah.
Desperate Housewives.
I saw Ibn
So dumb.
Al Qurayshi look at Fatima, and I'm gonna fucking call that bitch.
That's your favorite go-to
Because it
Muslim
is the most
extremist
Muslim
name.
name.
Ibn al-Qurayshi.
During Fajr, I'm gonna fucking slit her throat. You bet your ass.
As well.
They're drinking Rahafza instead
Rahafza.
instead of fucking rosé.
Unreal. So
I folled that part.
Yeah.
got it.
I was like, yeah. Mhm.
No, you don't.
Well, I mean, I used context clues. I was like, that's a
Exactly.
drink.
That's a drink. It's Arabic for cum. Anyway, Ruhabza is a rosewater drink. It's kind of like a really intense syrup that they put into drinks.
But alcoholic usually?
No,
No,
it's
it's
Oh,
very
no.
subtle. It's a very subtle,
rose-based.
refreshing drink. Yeah.
Wait, can you? This is.
Here we go. I got you more.
But you,
it's
I
like
thought
rose
you
syrup.
can't drink alcohol if you're Muslim.
No, you can't.
right?
No.
Okay, so I'm right. Okay, I was
Yeah,
like,
you are.
I was like, I don't think you can.
Okay, look, Muslim quiz. Why don't we do
Okay.
this? What's the one animal you can't eat if you're a Muslim?
From cow, right?
Cow.
Nope.
Look at her go.
That's
No.
Hindu.
Oh, that's Hindu. I'm sorry. Pork.
Yes.
Pork, because that's halal. Yeah.
Pork for 300.
Sorry.
Pork for 300.
Sorry.
Dude, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does matter, but the only reason it doesn't stuff like that because I'm like, I think all religion is bullshit. So I'm like, this is all just like weird. To me, it's like just obsessive compulsive disorder
Right,
because
right.
I have obsessive
It is.
compulsive
It's
disorder,
organized
Really?
OCD.
and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
truly. And I have a joke about comparing religion to obsessive compulsive
Talk
disorder.
about it.
And I mean, that's all it is. It's just stuff you're doing to try and not like be eternally damned.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, that's like it reeks of obsessive compulsive disorder. It's like a control anxiety
Dude,
thing.
Hinduism is all that. It's all like, organized OCD.
Yeah.
The rules are like,
So interesting.
don't sneeze before you leave a place.
Right,
or that
right,
something bad will
right.
happen
Judaism
to you.
too. I mean, like, it's keeping kosher, and so I mean, old school keeping kosher is for when they didn't have proper refrigeration, so you're separating your
Right.
meats and
Of
cheeses,
course.
so you're not getting chicken all over everything. But I mean, in these days, it's truly just OCD,
Right.
like not being able to touch a light switch. But you could have someone who's not a Jew touch a light switch for you.
We
during
talked on a
Shabbos.
previous episode
Yeah.
about being that person for.
There are Muslim aunties who will, like you're at a lake house, right? And you're like eating, and they'll slap the Cheetos out of your hand.
Yeah.
Because there's ambidextrous glutamate, which also pigs have. It's like, we're mammals.
I like
You know
how
what I'm
this
saying?
story had to take place at a lake house. By
you
the
know-
way, what is?
Easy flex. Easy flex.
Yeah.
So, and then she tripped over her gold bar because we're like that, you know? But it's like one of those things where it's like they're so into the rules of it
Yeah.
that they just lose any sort of actual, like, God. It's done.
Yeah.
Ambidextrous glutamate.
Yeah.
You mean an enzyme that just people have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
Oh.
I eat pork too. Like, not on the reg, but
Right.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same with beef. Like,
Yeah.
I eat very rarely.
because we still have the guilt. You still have the guilt a little bit, like the little like.
No, I have
religious
no guilt about that. I mean,
Really?
I don't eat animals because I don't like to eat animals.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
I'm a pescatarian. I'm trying to go a vegetarian, but
So
it's like
fuck fish?
it's year by year. Well, because I read
Talk
it,
to-
no, because fish, it's not scientifically proven that they have emotions the same way mammals do. So that's why I cut down. I don't eat octopus because they do have very highly emotional
Yeah,
creatures.
you don't know that octopus everywhere. That's good. You know.
Octopus have like
Well,
1,000
calamari and
brains.
stuff like squid
Right,
and stuff
right,
like so.
right.
I mean, like especially because I'm like part Italian, so you're getting
shit,
that.
okay.
I'm Italian Jew, pizza
Okay.
bagel, yeah.
Pizza. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Bagel
god.
bites.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza round supper time.
I'll eat bagel bites anytime.
That is a reference you will understand.
Oh yes, I'll eat a bagel bite. But yeah, no, I don't eat pork. I haven't eaten pork in a long
Really?
time just because I can't. I think of pigs. I went like cute. Yeah, I went cuteness level. So first,
Yeah.
I didn't stop eating lamb when I was a kid. Then I stopped eating veal. Then I stopped eating pork.
Really? So
Stop
you started
eating-
with the biblical animals. You know what I'm saying? Sheep and veal.
It's like cute. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't eat any venison.
No.
It's like not
I don't
me.
eat rabbits.
I don't eat rabbit.
I don't even think I ever ate rabbit actually.
I had a rabbit before. My
Yeah.
mom used to hate the rabbits. I used to eat her squash. So one day she killed the rabbit. And
How did she do it?
She literally
Where
rang
was
its neck.
this?
So
Yeah.
how did she catch it though?
So this is in Dallas, right? So we had a squash field.
Yeah, Dallas is not what I was expecting you to say.
Oh,
I
you
was
know what,
like,
the outback.
say something. Yeah.
What part of Dallas? Bangladesh? No, this is in Dallas, and she all these rabbits were eating our squash. So she's like, I will kill them. And so like she like got a rabbit trap or
Like
something.
fucking Elmer
She
Fudd?
literally,
I will kill them.
I will kill them, right? And the rabbit tried to put lipstick on, and she was like, you know. What I'm saying? So like she caught it in a random net. And then she fucking, she like beat it with the fucking,
As you
rock,
do, yeah.
with a massive rock.
Yeah.
And then she made it suffer.
With the
Like,
chapo, she beat it with the
she beat it
sandal.
with her own sandal. And she gave it SAT
Yeah,
homework.
exactly.
And so she killed it. And
She killed it through emotional withholding.
You'll never be a real rabbit, you know. And then we fucking roasted it, and she like boiled it in a fucking vat, and then she roasted it and we ate it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane. And
Honestly, I don't know. My best friend's Portuguese, and there's kind of a similar story. And this is
Rosa.
in Jersey. Like she went down the staircase, and all of a sudden she saw like all this blood on the floor, and it was because her dad had slaughtered a goose that walked into their backyard, and they ate it for dinner. And that's like how I started to understand, like, oh, cultures are different. Yeah, that's cool. Open
That's
up.
good. That's really funny.
Well, Union, New Jersey is very diverse, so it's not like I was just living in like I am not. When you say white people, it's like I have mannerisms that are white, and like yes, I do love a pumpkin spice latte, but like it's not like I have never been exposed to other cultures. It's like very culturally diverse where I'm from.
That's very interesting because like when
Yeah.
you're a kid and you have like different friends, you go to their houses. That's the
Yeah.
first time you really see the way other races hang out. I remember being a kid and like going inside my friend Danny's house, and Danny like hugged his mom, and I had to stop. I was like, "Are you in trouble?" Is she? I did not know hugging was not a part.
Danny's
of
mom has cancer.
Danny's mom has
Yes.
cancer. Right. She has stage 4 cancer. Is that why you're hugging her? And I remember us playing video games. We were playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and like she was like, "Can you guys keep it down once?" And I was like, "We got to keep it down." And then Danny put it louder.
Danny was like, "Fuck you, mom."
Danny was like, "Fuck you, fuck you, Brenda, you little bitch." And then he played it louder. And what I was blown away. I was like, "Why did you play it louder? You're gonna get your ass whooped." And he's like, "What?
Yeah.
That's not a thing. You never got beat." That's okay.
Well, I do. I say I grew up with more of like more Asian than white because I had it like if I didn't get straight A's, I was in deep shit.
Really?
Not so much with the physical
Really?
violence, although
Okay.
I was triggered by the sandal story because I have been hit with a flip flop.
Yes.
So I was
Italian.
like, oh,
Italian. I thought that would be
Italian.
more belt culture.
Italian, yeah. Maybe dip in some
No,
marinara
yeah.
and just fucking.
yeah. So,
Italians and Irish people beat their kids.
a flip.
Yes?
I mean, I can't make just a broad statement on that, but well, yeah, I've been hit with a flip flop, and because I'm a girl with long, my hair has been pulled a lot.
Wait, what?
And that hurts.
So wait, your
so
mom would
much.
just like pull it?
Just yank me by the hair.
I mean, no.
That really hurts, and especially because
Really?
like my brother had a crew cut, and I was like, guys, this isn't fair. Because I mean, like
He was ready for
you'll know-
war.
like a big tug. You guys both have enough hair to pull. Like
Yes.
it
Right.
hurts.
Really?
It gives me a
That is
headache.
something.
And you're looking at my hair right now like you want to try it.
I
bitch.
wanted to
Don't even
just
think
a
about
quick
it.
little, like,
Don't even think about it.
I hate it because I mean to this day, even sexually, I mean like if you want to pull it, you have to take a big chunk because if you have a
Right.
big
Yes,
chunk,
exactly.
it doesn't hurt. But if you take it,
It's almost like a
small-
scalp massage.
Oh
then.
my
Oh,
God.
because then it's like localized, the pressure.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So if
Ooh.
you grab someone by the full ponytail, that's not going to hurt. But just if you take a little piece, that hurts a lot.
What's the deepest shit you've ever been in with your parents?
Oh,
Like in a moment, that's like this is the fucking formative. Like if you almost died.
I'm a real goody two shoes.
Right. The one time that's just like, oh dear, this could be it.
One time I was babysitting my brother and he wouldn't get out of the bathtub, so
You drowned him.
You dropped the toaster in.
He's dead now.
Not quick.
Rest in peace.
You like that bathtub, huh? Stay there forever.
You just ate the toast that came out of it on the bathtub. Yeah, bitch.
No, I faked a burglary, and I kicked in a glass panel of
Holy
the door.
shit.
I got too into it. See, this is the thing. I take
Yeah.
bits too far.
Right,
You're
right,
committed.
right.
Really
Like,
committed.
I always have. Yeah. So I was like, how old was I? Like if he was like 5 maybe, and I was like 10 probably, and he was 5, and he wouldn't get out. And like we're very like Clarissa and Ferguson. If you know, like Clarissa explains it all. well. That's our dynamic.
This is my Ruhavza. What are you talking about? What?
Clarissa Explains It All was a show
Oh,
on
like-
Nickelodeon
yes,
in the
yes,
90s.
yes.
It's basically why I dress the way I dress.
Nice.
It's the guy had the ladder. He'd go up to.
That was Sam. That was her best friend.
yeah, cool.
But
They had a will they won't they the entire time?
Yes.
Was there ever a consummation or like a?
no, there was no sex on Clarissa Explains It All.
That's when they took the show to HBO.
Yeah.
They took it to
Clarissa
Cinemax.
explains it all, especially coming.
Yeah, then she went to Sabrina and she was a witch, and then the witch fucked.
Yeah.
Like, witches be fucking.
That's so funny. It's like when brown people act out, we like hit our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
When white people act out, they destroy property.
Yeah, exactly.
They destroy glass.
Deep psychological trauma.
Deep
Yeah.
There's a
destruction.
home invasion. Oh my God, I'm being raped. He's 5.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I
So
think
what happened? So
well, then my mom came. I mean, I couldn't replace it. My mom came home, and then she cut herself on the glass, cleaning it up like accidentally,
Yeah.
and then she had this. To this day, she probably has like a little line on her arm. And then she made me go to the glass store with her, explain to the glass repair person what I had done, and then pay for the panel myself.
Holy
It was only like $8 because it was one of those. It was a panel door, so you're only paying for the singular panel.
Right,
but it wasn't the
right.
money that was the issue.
Yeah.
It was the embarrassment.
Yes.
here's also a thing that white people weaponize really well that brown people don't weaponize as much is shame, right?
Shame. Well, hold up.
Here's the thing. So if a beating is the transaction. So when you fuck up as a kid,
Right.
a beating is the thing.
Physical assault.
She took her out in public.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the
And
thing.
then
They localize the shame to just the family in the Brown household.
Right,
It's
right,
true.
right.
You don't let anybody else see
You,
that.
you take this shitty kid to the store and show him that like, yo, this good.
We do a
kid's like-
public tarring and
Public
yeah,
feathering.
that's
Yes.
intense.
Yes.
Because
So
like you
that-
guys are like, we're gonna take you to the cops.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
stuff
they're all
like
descended
that.
from French people, and like the square and Robespierre.
Yeah. With us, we always need to maintain the illusion that no, our household is airtight in here. Everybody's behaving well.
White
and
people
all
had the
that.
Inquisition. They had the Great Scare. Like all these things were very based on like the square.
Yeah.
The town square. Let's put these people in the town square and show them what's going on.
Well, yeah, even though I love the Salem witch trials because I think they're you can use them as like historically as like anything that happens today.
Right.
I mean, it's just literally like call out culture is literally just the Salem witch trials because it's just you're just going on hearsay. None of these people were witches.
Right.
It's just someone that we didn't like that we wanted to destroy as a culture.
Right. What a crazy time. If you were a hot chick, that was dangerous. Probably.
Yeah, if you- who didn't give it up.
You didn't give it up. Some guys like she's a witch. She's got to be.
Yeah, it was some Lars von Trier shit.
Because the Chad was there before there too. You know what I'm saying? That Chad was like, hey, you want to fucking this Bella, hey?
Or if someone's wife was jealous of you
Right.
too. I feel like that was a common thing back then.
bitches.
Because women on women hate is timeless.
Yeah,
I feel like that
true.
you've also been a crusader against that, right?
It's my
Like-
least favorite thing. I mean,
Yeah.
also because if you're looking at it, so if you want women to succeed as a group, the number one thing that is holding us back, that's why I'm like,
Right.
the patriarchy, I'm like, it's not men holding us back, it's us holding us back.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
They're all vying for the legitimacy of patriarchy.
Right.
And that's why they're cutting each other's throats. Is that what it's like?
Well, I know. I mean, it's just like because no matter what, women still bend over backwards. Even the most powerful women for the love, attention, gaze of a man.
Right.
I mean, obviously, heterosexual women, lesbians can get stuff done though separately, but they also fall into a love trap with each other. So even women,
Because lesbians talk a lot, right? It's a lot of
that
like
a thing?
dialogue, I would assume, right?
Well, like in a lesbian relationship.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like the kind of like notorious, like hacky thing about lesbians
Yeah.
is like they move in like a week after
Oh,
dating.
really?
What's a lesbian second date?
Like if you watch the L Word, it's actually very informative about lesbian culture.
okay.
That was what turned me on to lesbian culture.
Dude,
Yeah.
I talked to someone about, and they're like, yeah, there's like this gay culture that they all know, and no one else knows if you're straight.
Right.
And I was like, name one thing that I don't know, and she was like, watch Grey Gardens. I'm like, what? So yeah, apparently Grey Gardens is this documentary that is the gay people love,
Yeah.
and no one who's straight actually knows about it. There's a whole
I've seen
like,
Grey Garden. The closest thing heterosexual men have to Grey Gardens is Step Brothers.
okay,
Yeah, that's what we have. Or like Lethal Weapon or something.
Anything Will Ferrell's in.
Yeah.
It's fucking. Oh my god! Did your parents let you date when you were growing up? Like that was fine.
They had talked enough like against it, not like I just like weirdly against it that I felt uncomfortable. So I was dating, but I was just not telling them.
Okay, really?
I mean, to this day, I'm actually really weird. I mean, I think probably like 3 years ago was the first time I was like openly talking about having like a boyfriend, or maybe maybe when I was like 25, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a little longer. But yeah, I would say like 25. 26 was when I first had a boyfriend come over, and I like actually said it was my boyfriend because I had Frank come over to Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
for
That's
a
like
long
a very
time,
brownish kind of fear.
I don't. Well, it's not. I just really don't like people in my personal business, and I never. I come from a family that's pretty anti-family. As far as like, there's 4 people in my immediate family.
You're the least Italian.
We're all associates.
Well, because I have so many things. I'm like a mutt. So I mean, it's just like, what do I look like, or what do people often think that I am? I mean, half the time I live in Harlem, people think I'm Puerto Rican all the time.
Yes.
I can see that.
Which
Puerto Rican, 100%.
back
Hair.
Yeah, I do it. I usually, this is not even that tight because I'm just so hot, but like I usually do like a tight and like part down the middle. I wear hoop earrings. I have a big butt. Like, and because Puerto Rican people think, oh, you have to be dark. One of my good friends, Jeanette, is lighter than me, and she's 100% Puerto Rican. So that's a misconception.
Okay.
But yeah, people always just yesterday someone came over and spoke Spanish to me, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, Corinne, you run a very popular, very successful. You guys should check it out. The Guys We Fuck podcast. It's a sex positivity podcast.
Yes, I mean that sounds obnoxious because sex positivity has been overtaken by like
This is how backwards you are, bro. We're past that word.
No. He's correct, but it's just like when people think. It's hard because when people think feminism or sex positivity, they think of like, a guy in bed with someone being like, "Can I touch you here? Can I touch you here?"
Right.
And like that's not at all what we subscribe to because we're like just get to know people. Like you can. Unless you have Asperger's, you should be able to tell if you're in a room with someone.
She said if you have Asperger's, be celibate. Okay,
you're right. The sexual rules that are now coming in to dominate, becoming predominant, are very much like spectrum-y things where it's like there's no understanding of seeing complexity in people, being able to read it.
Do I have consent to touch your shoulder? It's like a weird thing. It's like vibes. People don't. The idea of a give and take, of a feeling, and then just understanding also the feeling of let's stop it. You know what I'm saying? That's also all vibes.
Right. And as comics, I'm like, we know a lot of people who don't read signals like that, which is why you can tell the difference.
Yes. Name those names. First and last and location. Let's go.
I mean, you do.
Phillips.
This is the Burning Bridges corner for...
well, it's like when you hear the Aziz story.
Emo Phillips for sure touched some kids.
Oh, my gosh.
You heard it here first. Anyway, yeah.
Well, no, that's why when I heard the Aziz story, I'm like, oh, yeah, like I 100% believe that he probably couldn't read vibes. I'm like, have you ever seen Aziz? He doesn't even hang out with people.
He was just like, hey, I don't want to fuck you.
Yeah.
Whoa! And then whoa!
It's Randy.
Yeah. Randy came back.
Yeah, Randy came back.
Aziz is gone. Randy's here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fist in the mouth.
The claw, bro. That was
his opening move. Was a hand in the mouth.
In the mouth, bro.
That was the first kiss for him.
Every Indian reading that story was like, I know 3 guys like this. You know what I'm saying?
God.
I know there's a Vikram I know that's like this because like a lot of repressed kind of Indian dudes.
Right.
And that's why it's interesting that you have a whole podcast about anti-slut shaming and fucking being open because India and South Asia as a whole is a shamed slut in a weird way, like very much repressive. We came out of that intensity. The fact that I'm even remotely healthy sexually is almost.
And are you?
Who knows?
How presumptuous.
I do.
How
come on.
presumptuous.
I have a very healthy sex life, dude. They're all 18 and up.
I was like, I'm going to want to hear more about this.
Oh, here we go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I feel cornered, Yeah. But that's why we want to hear some insight because like, have you come across that? Like if you were dating a brown guy and they were just like,
have you dated brown guys? Like they see brown guys.
I've dated I've dated like Mexican, Puerto Rican.
That does not count.
Black. Yeah, no, not brown.
When you put them all together, that's one Bangladeshi.
No, I was trying to think of the non-white people I've dated, but no.
Okay.
Interesting.
And I think because of things, honestly, I gotta say culturally, like the way that the interactions I have had with those type of
Here we go.
That area of brown people.
We're all problematic.
Like, it's not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
Indians
because they're the most patriarchal, the most
exactly. Yeah, and that's very unappealing. And I mean, you could even see it a lot of times. Like I really love to observe interactions, especially with like brown moms and with the way they treat the difference in which they treat the male child and the female child.
We're getting somewhere.
And like you can a lot of times you can see like the boys are so fucking bratty.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, and so it's no wonder that when you grow up like they give you a look that like makes you feel like they own your body or that you've been like eye raped. Like eye rape is a big thing.
Well, it's like, if we weren't here right now,
Yeah.
in a different context, I would own you, bitch. It's that kind of a look, right?
Yeah, and on trains, you feel like public transportation, you feel it a lot. Because I specifically like love Indian culture. My best friend, or one of my best friends in college, is Meera Nair's
daughter.
Son.
Son.
I mean, sorry, nephew, not nephew. You guys are just naming things. I'm like, yes, that.
Paperboy.
Yes,
Bastard,
that.
stepchild,
That thing.
concubine, turtle.
And so I love Indian culture. I love like Bollywood films, and I think Indian women are like the most beautiful women.
Here we go.
But no, truly.
So you love the colors. That's the last
No,
bingo.
I
That's
don't.
the white girl. I love India bingo.
No, I
love
like
the colors.
Yoga needs
But
to be
I'm
in there.
actually, it's not just like I did a lot of research. I actually went and like researched Bollywood films
She
and
saw
went.
Eat, Pray, Love. She knows.
No, I
She knows
saw
what's-
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Oh!
Like real ones.
That's my shit.
Yeah, there was a
Wait,
whole
what?
summer that I
Kuch Kuch
spent
Hota Hai.
watching
Oh, Kuch Kuch Hota
Bollywood
Hai.
films.
Wow.
That's the best film.
And I would make my mom listen to the Indian station, and I would make her go to every Indian restaurant. Like I was really like, when I commit to something, because of like, and I think I have an addictive personality, but instead of doing drugs, I like get obsessed with things. So there was.
But
like,
you didn't try the brown itself.
Well, I mean, when I was in that phase, I wasn't having sex at all
Okay,
yet,
yeah.
so I was
Right,
much
right.
younger. I mean, I didn't have a sex until I was
She wanted
18
to fuck
years
Shah Rukh
old.
Khan only. That was the idea.
Yeah.
You had to blow up to all of Shah Rukh Khan. Yes, we all did.
Yeah,
We all did.
But on that point that we were just talking about, I have a friend. He lives in Brooklyn, and he had this neighbor, and he's got a married. He's married. He's got a kid and all. And they had this neighbor they were friends with. She was just a nice, normal white woman, Brooklyn-y white woman. And apparently, she married like a Pakistani guy. And after she got married, she just started wearing like head coverings and stuff like that. And like, he would say hi, and she wouldn't say anything to them anymore. He would go out. He'd try to say hi to him. He'd be like, just didn't want anything to do with him.
Oh, wow.
It's like, this is a potential threat to my patriarchal dominance over
You know
this
what?
woman.
In concerts,
It's frightening.
You know what? In concerts, when you're like in a massive concert, and like there's like one girl who's dancing, but in the confines of a dude's arms. And the
my
dude,
God,
the dude is just
yeah.
looking around like, I dare you. I fucking, and she's just kind of dance. She has no idea she's in a cage. That's India.
It's like, I guess this is going out,
Yeah.
even though I'm still within the orbit of
Right?
your
She's
physical
just
arms.
dancing in the cage of the guy's arms.
Yeah.
And that's what India is. A lot of sexually.
Yeah.
And so when you have, and Muslim culture is even more like that. So that's interesting that you see that in your travels, because like we have to rise above it as Indians. That sort of, because my mom was like, listen, if you kiss somebody at 5, I'm gonna kill you. That was it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I will kill you.
Yeah, I was not allowed to date. It was like, we're basically raised gay, because
Yeah.
the only people you could interact with, sleep over with, were men. Were
One time I
boys.
had and I used to hate on gay people when I was a kid, because all I knew was Islam, right? So I would like hate on gay people with my friends at a sleepover, but we'd be in the same sleeping bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're just like
Sucking each
dude,
other's dicks.
so
Like,
I
this
would
is what
be-
gay people
wow,
do. Check this out, huh?
Dude.
This is so gay.
As I straight fondle my
This is
friend.
so
yeah.
dumb, right?
Yeah.
They look so dumb
Dude,
doing
I love
this.
how hateful your blue eyes are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was, but that's all I knew. You know, that's what I was taught. And you have to undo all this sort of sexual repression and like
Right.
this sort of homophobia that almost all Indians grow up with.
Right.
You know, so if you
Bangladeshis, let's say, right here, or like Muslim
Indians
Desis,
grow up
yeah.
with a lot of that, gay hate, because it's kind of inculcated in us. Like when you're
For me, I didn't even know what gay was until I knew what
Until you
sex
sucked
was.
the dick.
Until I sucked the dick.
Until in your mouth, until you're deep throating.
So this is gay. Yeah.
but that's why I'm so glad that you fucking catch that, because Indian moms also have because all the honor rests on the Indian girl. So the daughter is the family. That is the link to which they will see their own status, right? The kid can do whatever he wants. The brother,
Right.
He can do whatever he wants as long as he gets a good job. He can literally fuck white girls on the slide. They'll be like, "Don't do that," but it's like okay. But the moment the girl starts fucking, and then that's kind of around,
That's when everyone in the family will gang up on her too.
gang up on
The
her.
acid in the face, the
Yeah.
beatings, the honor killings.
Well, I mean, minus the acid. We had just had a Muslim lesbian on our show, and the same thing. Like
Yeah.
she had a brother who was seriously dating a white girl, and like the mom wasn't pleased about it, but it wasn't the same. I mean, like when she
Right.
came out as a lesbian, I mean, like
Yeah.
it dishonored
It
the
wa-
family,
oh my God.
et cetera, et cetera. And it was it's hard to watch. But I mean, like, because I always have been observant about things like that. But in the past 6 years, while doing Guys We Fucked, I'm like hyper. So I'm like always watching people, the way they interact. Like if I see someone's on a date, I'm always like looking at it like beyond pure human curiosity. Like I'm studying it because it's fascinating. And I like come up with different theories, like no romantic relationship is actually healthy. I mean, I have a lot of things that I mean, it's very hard. How many do you know that are actually
you were
healthy?
so into brown culture. You were saying human curiosity, but it came out cumin curiosity.
Human.
She knows cumin curiosity.
love
The brown
cumin.
daughter in a Desi family is like their collective white high top sneakers. You know what I'm saying? That's the test of their purity. You know what I mean? How above it all they're actually going to be. That's what white sneakers are flexing, right? It's like, yo, I don't have to labor anywhere. I'm not getting anything dirty. I'm above it all. These will never get dirty.
But
that's what the brown daughter is.
What happens to white shoes invariably? They get dirty.
They get dirty.
They get down. They get dirty. They get some brown on them.
Yes.
If you know what I mean.
And then once they get a little dirty, you just go, well, they're dirty now. Let's go full on.
Let's piss on them. Let's just piss on. Yeah.
And then you fuck a goat. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's Muslim culture.
You fuck a goat.
In that case, yeah.
How many goats have you fucked? That's the next question.
Nah, I haven't fucked any. No.
But like that's why I'm sure
she was not there for that question. By the way,
I was like, no thanks.
She did one of these.
Well, I tried to bring up bestiality on a one episode.
Maybe because it was a flashback,
and people were really not there for it.
Oh, really?
And I was like, guys, I just want to talk about it.
It's most people not there for it, and one person was too in for.
Yeah,
for
one person was like,
This is my
yes, the
favorite
episode I've been
of all
waiting
time.
for.
Can I give 6 stars to this one?
Well, because you always hear like rumblings of people doing weird shit with dogs. Like my brother told me that's
Wow.
My brother told me that he was at a party and some girl got drunk and said that she jerks off her dog when he looks like he's tense and that he needs to like masturbate.
That is what I say when I
is
say I
not
would fuck
surprising,
girls.
actually.
Yeah.
It's not surprising.
And I've heard the stories of like
Man's best friend.
Yeah.
Chelsea Handler, I think in a book wrote a story about like she was dating someone and he put like peanut butter on his balls so that the dog would lick it because it felt good.
That's such a common weird
That's like
myth.
that's almost
the urban,
hack.
like
Yeah.
suburban myth that I always hear about
Yeah.
American guys putting peanut butter on their nuts so their dogs will lick it.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. It's weird.
And you hear girls doing things like that too. I mean, because the thing is, like, a dog is just going to keep licking till it's gone. And really, like, men haven't figured that out. But like, just find the clit and keep on it. Like, it's not that hard.
At the top. Yeah. At the top.
So if she's put peanut butter on her own clit,
Yeah.
like she found it, and then you just have to keep licking.
Yeah.
And also, dogs have like a sandpapery tongue, so I imagine it feels pretty good.
So for guys, you just need to sprinkle a little like Monster Energy drink on the clit, and then they'll go straight for it. And just exactly.
Just
That's such
spray
a
it with
weird-
Axe.
Just a little LaCroix on the
Yeah.
fucking
Le Croix, yeah.
Le Croix. Le clit.
Le clit.
Le clit.
Peanut butter on balls. That's such a weird.
Never tried it.
Because we also in America they chop off the dog's balls. So what is the message? The message is like, sorry, Rover. Only balls you need are right here.
Yeah, right?
That's it.
And it's like, bro, you want that level of sharp teeth near the like the last thing I want is the dog to be like, this is good. Let me just fucking take a bite.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen a dog bite peanut butter, but
okay. But what
if you know the dog, I think it's safe. I mean, wouldn't say to do it, but that, I mean, like, it's because like we're looking at it with like human thoughts, so it's like I wouldn't do it. I'm not encouraging people to do it, but like the dog doesn't fucking like you're not really hurting anyone.
This is
The dog
Corinne.
doesn't know.
She's like, I don't.
Dog's getting a treat. You're getting a treat.
Yeah, like no one knows.
Yeah.
This is that's your own weird shit.
Yeah.
And your own weird shame. But again, like also you can just like caress your own balls. They make a lot of products.
Why caress your own balls when Spot's right there?
Yeah.
With a willing tongue.
You know, it's more like if you have a family, like, do you then want your dog like licking your daughter's face? You know, that's more what I'm thinking.
Now you're fucking your own sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's really hot. Now this is
Why does Jenny's face smell
spirals.
like peanut butter?
Why does Jenny's face smell like Chad's dick? What the fuck is that about? Oh
Yeah.
my god. We were like, let's not talk about bestiality. Then we did a 5-minute bit on dog fucking. Sure.
We didn't fully fuck in that.
We didn't fully fuck a
true.
dog, which is
Yeah.
what this next segment's about. Okay, so like from your perspective, right? We're always trying to tell our people like, yo, be open with your sexuality, fucking follow it, don't repress it because you're gonna end up like fucking a pole one day, you know, or like going to a glory hole and just eating a dick,
Yeah.
you know, like so what would you say to like from your end, from a sexually positive, from a fucking open person, how could an Indian person who's like repressed kind of get out of that mindset. Watch Kuch Hota Hai. What is it? What is it? Lick a dog balls? What's going on?
I mean, yeah, because I would say like 70% of the people who write us, like the repression is coming from either culture or religion, and there's a lot of people all over the world who listen to the show, and I always get like very nervous when people like in Iran are like, "Oh, I love your show," and I'm just like, "Yeah, just don't let anyone find that on your phone." Like I truly like I lose sleep over it sometimes. I'm like I just get so nervous because I just don't want that to happen. But yeah, I mean I think podcasting is great. There's so many informative podcasts because the thing is it's like porn is fine. I'm not anti-porn, but also you're not learning realistic sex from porn because before porn I watched real sex.
You're not.
I watched real sex on HBO. I don't know how you're young.
I'm in my 30s. Yes,
I've jacked off to real sex once. Yeah.
Well, because I like it because you see how long it takes to achieve an actual orgasm, and then you see people who like aren't perfect,
right?
When they're naked. Because even like even really, I've done like the naked comedy show, the stand-up show, and like I loved it. I'm like, oh wow.
They hit me up, but I was like, I don't want to have to keep a half chub the entire time, and I'm a grower, and
you can just make a joke about that. It's fine.
Yeah?
I don't know. I mean, to me, like I'm very comfortable naked, and I thought, and I wanted to do it because I was like, maybe there's something that I'm missing, and I kept waiting to get nervous, and then I never got nervous, and then everyone took their clothes off, and I was like, I look great. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
And like my body's not. It's like I'm like I have like an amazing like swimsuit body, but I was just like, oh, I feel like very, very confident and comfortable.
Everybody
in
is a swimsuit body. How about that?
No, I hate that saying.
How about that?
Please don't.
Everybody's a burkini body.
Everybody's a burkini. Yeah, some people got burkini bodies. You should find Islam, you fucking weird looking bitch.
Well, that might be so in your culture, but in like white American processed food culture, we're killing ourselves, and then we're with the processed foods and just our laziness in general, and then we have this new thing with body positivity, and it really, really upsets me. I was actually just going on about this yesterday, where you have morbidly obese people,
definitely
posing like you're a supermodel, and I'm not saying to hate yourself or stay in a closet or not wear that dress that you want to wear, but like, how did you get that way? And like, how do you undo that because you're walking cardiac arrest waiting
right.
to happen? It's
getting,
not okay.
It's getting so positive right now. They're gonna have one model shoot where it's gonna be before they cut the leg off, and then after. It's like, I'm hot, diabetes.
Yeah, it's really dangerous.
Like, bro,
I just lost 5 pounds. It's called my leg, but no, beneath my knee.
Try it. It's called the diabetes diet.
Yeah. Well, if you watch the Netflix documentary, The Magic Pill, they actually talk about how white culture has even made like brown cultures or indigenous peoples really overweight because we came and we gave people flour and sugar, and they replaced that with the things that they were eating, like kind of hunting locally, and then they realized, ooh, like carbs taste so good, I feel so full and so happy because I'm poisoning my mind with sugar. And then their cultures became obese, and like these are cultures that didn't have heart problems, and now they have heart problems because we gave them so much flour and sugar.
You must. I don't know if they mentioned this in that doc, but there's the whole thing about quinoa, right? How like this is just a grain, which is like a super grain, a superfood in the Andes, and because of the demand for quinoa here shot up so much, basically they were deprived of quinoa there, and now they're eating like fucking smart food popcorn, and they have like intense dietary nutritional issues going on where they're all getting fucking diabetes now.
Yeah, and because no matter what, like a lot of times these cultures, like even if they kind of know in their hearts that health-wise it's not good, they're still like the allure of American culture is still there. It's still very like sensual, so they do want to have these processed foods that we have, like the Coca-Cola
on their end though. Like, what's better, that leaf or a honey bun? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go honey bun. I'm gonna go the wrapper of the honey bun.
Dude, the thing is, like, they're getting food, and they're feeling power when they eat the food. Like, food is a drug. It's a medicine.
You feel
right? You're getting energy from it. And when they get that, that's like taking a drug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But also,
so they're getting hooked on a fucking drug.
The joy of sugar. So sugar actually hits those fucking joy sensors.
Yeah.
So your life sucks. You have 9 kids. Your sugar feels good. Yeah, I'm gonna eat some sugar.
I don't even know if it's their life sucks. It's like them smoking crack and then just getting addicted to crack.
Yeah, I've been walking around in a terrible mood, like where I'm gonna punch someone, and I buy a Snickers bar, take one bite, and I'm like, I feel better.
Yeah, I'm good for like 30 minutes though when I do that, and then I just feel like shit. There's like a hangover I get from sugar.
Oh, see, I don't, but that's probably because I've eaten so much. Like my body loves processed food.
Right. Oh my god,
That's like it's homeostatic.
I mean, I can eat a lot of fast food.
Or just cardboard boxes. This is like natural food. food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I do what I call bipolar eating, which is not PC, but I mean, I'll either eat like just a bowl of kale or like a full McDonald's filet of fish meal.
If you look at the ingredients,
I think that's how we're conditioned to eat now at this point, though, right? Because there's no balance. Where we're like, just eat a normal balanced meal. I'm like that too.
Yeah, because balance is not fun. So it's like, let's go really bad and taste delicious, and then like let's undo it the next day.
Everything has to be a high, because even eating the bowl of kale is like a psychological high of like, yo, I'm getting fit. I can feel health.
Yeah.
Health is in me.
Some of these white people will look at nutrition facts or like the ingredients, and there's no red 45.
Right.
I can't. There's like no red 45.
I know, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Well, and, it's actually working on a mass scale, because you're getting these processed foods, and like you look at India, Mumbai, they all they want to do is be American. You literally you can go there to Mumbai, do your jokes, and they will get it. Like they know more American.
Even if they don't get it, they'll laugh because they want to get it.
They want to be a part of it.
They want to be
Guys,
there for
we
it.
fucked. Oh my god, my favorite part. Huh?
Exactly.
So they want to just be white. So they eat like shit. They fucking eat processed food now, bro.
Yeah.
All Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
Have you tried the Hot Pocket?
Yeah.
Fucking broccoli cheddar. It's like fucking disgusting, man.
They're ignoring the original Hot Pocket, the samosa.
The hottest pocket of the all.
And see, I love samosa. Yeah, but I mean that's deep fried still. You're frying that.
So it's not healthy.
Yeah, because I was like, what's like a chicken saga used to be my favorite, but now I just do like the chickpea one.
Love it. Dude, my parents used to straight up make samosa sandwiches, meaning what's already basically a sandwich, which is potatoes inside bread.
So many carbs.
They would then slap that in between two slices of white bread.
Gentrify a samosa. Really.
That's their own like KFC
Yeah,
where they did the double down.
Exactly.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, that's
I'm
like
not to be a white bitch about it, but that sounds amazing. And I feel sorry, Corinne. You have all this brown love, but never had a brown guy to
the guy
finish
in college,
the brown university.
The guy in college, we would have probably dated if not, but at least fuck. But I had a boyfriend that I really liked the whole time. Like I met him like the first day.
See, I love just the immediate demarcation between her culture and the way she thinks. We would have dated or at least fucked.
Right.
Just the way that is phrased is not how a brown person would ever phrase that.
Oh yeah, I was like, we definitely would have. And he was like very open, and he didn't he had a respect for women, which was nice. But that's because of he had this female director Mira who went on to major success. So I think that really would change how you think in your family about women.
Didn't Mira and I direct Gully Boy?
Might have,
The new one?
Might have.
It's a new movie called Gully Boy. It's about the rap scene in Mumbai.
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't know that Mira did that
I don't
though.
know if she did that.
Dude.
I don't know if she did that.
Did she not?
I don't know if she did. She's also married to a very famous scholar, East African Muslim named Mahmoud Mamdani. So that's like a very woke family too. Here,
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, I mean, I don't know exactly how much is like public knowledge, but I mean, there was chatter about that. Yeah,
I love this.
Yeah.
Looking into it. Any final?
Listen, are you with somebody right now?
No, I am like seeing someone, but I just broke up with like a boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
Try an Indian Bangladeshi Desi guy. Come back on the pod and tell us about it.
Yeah.
Try one. How do I?
You need a sample.
A little tally of Indian guy.
Well, I guess I could change my settings on like a date on like Hinge.
Yes. 18 to 19.
Yeah.
South Asian. Yeah. And you have the auditions for the pop star. You have auditions for
right.
I mean, I don't know if I should encourage you because it will probably be a nightmare because the majority of the guys you run into are going to be really fucked up.
She'll have that, and then her DMs will be like, "You want to make hot juice with me?"
Yeah.
You know those weirdos. Yeah. Every white girl
show me bobs, and then if not, fuck
Indian
you, bitch.
DM creepers.
Yeah.
I want to G's on hot corpse. You know, like it's fucking.
Well, I mean, because there's several real reasons that it has nothing to do with like looks. It's the not respecting women thing.
Yeah.
It's also like any culture that's really obsessed with family. That's not going to work for me.
Right.
I can't be spending like a year, like a long time with your family. And then also cultures that are definitely going to want to have kids.
Right.
So it's like these are all three things that are working
There's also like the
against
90 Day
me.
Fiance component too, where the Desi guy. I met a Desi comic nude in New York. And I was just like, hey, man, you'll meet. There's lots of Desi girls you can meet, too, if that's what you... He's like, no, man, I'm looking for a Videsi. Because he was like, I need to get a green card and I want to stay in America. I was like, predatory, you're creeping me out.
Jeez.
You got to go.
Here's the thing. Sex is seen as very acquisitional in Indian culture because marriage is seen as acquisitional. Mm-hmm. You get her and you get this and you get money and
then
get
you
a house.
get out.
You get out, then you get kids, then you get fucked, and you get a 1600, you know?
Yeah.
It's very get.
Yeah.
And so as an Indian kid or Desi kid growing up in America, you have to extricate yourself from that idea of get. Because when you say I want to be a stand-up or I want to be an artist, it's like, what are you gonna get?
The getting is gone.
What are you gonna get?
The getting is
How
gone.
about living?
Yeah.
No, what are you gonna get?
Yeah.
You know,
It's true.
That's what it is.
It's true.
So that's why I think brown guys should fuck more everyone else. and like we should all fuck more cultures and fucking we should just like
I don't know. For me, it's like some of these people should not be walking the streets
No. Some
dating.
Some people should be castrated.
It's like they need therapy before they can be let loose onto the fucking world of dating.
Those DMers who like type like ransom notes.
I think this is for all guys.
Yeah, I was like,
period,
there's plenty of white guys who are like like that too. I
Yeah.
mean, but that's usually like kind of like your school shooter type who has just been
school shooter type.
But they're too racist to get down with Islam and just join ISIS or something, which is really where they would be a natural fit.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it's Reddit. If you're on Reddit more than 30 minutes a day,
yes.
you should be euthanized. That's what
yes.
it is. Yeah.
Euthanized.
Oh yeah, I said
Straight up killed.
I said it.
Oh my God.
That's my own subreddit. Euthanize incels.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're really not wrong, is the thing.
Oh my
Because they're
God.
actually past a certain point of re-education, too. You know what I mean? Where they're like too entrenched in their way of thinking.
Well, the internet
Maybe they need just like some DMT or something to like...
Maybe.
Like some radical psychic shift.
They need the DMV
that they need.
and to drive out of where they are and just drive into the ocean. That's what they need.
I get it. Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like things like it's so weird, but like things like Skankfest, like everyone was against it, but I thought that was a really great place because I'm like, no, like guys need like a bro hang.
Yeah, right.
Because it's like
with
with the push of like feminism and a way of thinking that is okay. It's like, well, no matter how in vogue a way of thinking is, like you think the way you think, and you're either going to think it publicly or then think it privately.
Right.
And I really would rather have it publicly.
It's so much healthier.
Yeah.
It's healthier for them and it's healthier for everyone else.
We can converse. Get it out.
Yeah. So when two dudes are like, yo, girls are fucking suck, and they high five, 9 kids from Connecticut are saved that day. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. At what cost,
Because I'm like, you just need to like, and I always felt bad being there because I was just like, I feel like you guys need your like bro hang, and then you're acting differently because I am there and I'm a woman, and maybe you don't have the best experience with women. And like, I gotta say, everything there was really positive.
Yeah.
But if anything, I was like making them nervous when they should have just been able to like be disgusting and sweaty and eat pizza without a plate.
My girlfriend and I were talking about this exact thing last night, where it's like that's why it's actually kind of a safer place for women than like she was describing this being like going to like a judgy all female yoga studio where it's like the environment's kind of hostile to each other, as opposed to like going to Skankfest where whatever's there, it's just kind of all hanging out and it's ugly. And because of that,
it's not ugly at all though. That's the thing. And I definitely used to think it was
not ugly, but it's just hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, like I was talking about like aesthetically ugly. Yeah, definitely. But like, not like not hating the heart.
White guys who wear black Slayer shirts. And the blue jeans and the black Vans, and that's the whole look.
Yeah,
right.
Or things like I always think I'm like I never trust a man who walks in the women's march. Like if there was a man in the women's march who hit on me, like that. Those are the fucking people, the outspoken male feminists, because it's like okay, like
they're swiping on Tinder and just looking around.
Yeah, like if someone like
2 words, male feminist.
Well, you should be a feminist.
Ally.
Everyone should be a feminist, like in their heart, But like if you're a man who's wearing a feminist pin and stuff, or trying to like make your feminism louder than the feminism of a woman, I do not trust you. And I'm very wary of people like that.
Here's what I think: if you're a dude who interrupts women like while talking, that's very telling. So if you're like, no, I
mean like we're doing now constantly throughout
Corinne,
this
say
podcast.
something. Shut up.
Comics and podcasting. Women do that too. Everyone does that. I'm used to that.
You should be euthanized then. Oh my god.
Wow, we got a lot of people euthanizing today.
I just have a lot of leftover cyanide I need to use. So
wow, fun.
Any closing comments on the openness of sex, on cultures, on being a slut, on growing up as an open person? To the young kids watching.
Well, I mean, part of it is just luck of the draw. Unfortunately, I got I'm sorry guys, I have better parents than you. No, no, it is luck of the draw though, and I also think I lucked out because I grew up with like a household with different religions, so it's not just
wrong and wronger. Actually,
so it's nice. So it's like you can't say one is better than the other because then it's like 2 parents going against one another. Right. Be open. Sexuality is not. Well, it shouldn't be used as a weapon, but you also shouldn't feel bad for what you like. Like, I gotta go even far. Like, even if what you like, and I'm not saying you can act on it, but even like no matter what you like, even if you in your head you're like, oh, I'm attracted to kids. Like, okay, deal with it. Go see a therapist. Truly, because people are so scared and they keep it repressed, and people are unwilling to talk about it, and that's why bad things keep happening. Like I know so many kids who are molested, and especially like in these, and I gotta say like in tighter cultures where they're afraid of outside shame, I feel like molestation it's just prime growing grounds for molestation.
Right.
Find an 18-year-old who looks like a kid.
Diddling begets more diddling.
Yeah,
basically.
because, and especially when there's like a lot of families, because, statistically, there's going to be someone, if you have a large family, there's someone in your family probably who's going to do some weird stuff, whether it is just like sexual assault to someone who is of age, or worse, like pedophilic, hebephilic acts. And so if we talk about them, and because this hush hush sweeping everything under the rug is really bad. It's the worst thing.
100%.
And we're also and with this trying to clean up society, cancel culture, we're doing the same thing, and we don't realize that we're doing it. Even like I wanted to mention, because I was reading this before I went to bed last night. Not my Ariel hashtag. I don't know if you heard
The
Little
black
Mermaid.
woman,
There was a black woman. Her name is like it's so annoying. What the thing I want to hashtag about is that her name is Halle Bailey. How the fuck are you gonna change your name? Halle Bailey? Are you kidding me? That's like a drag name for someone doing Halle
a total
Berry.
drag name.
It's
Halle
infuriating.
Bailey.
That's what I'm mad about. Anyway,
Halle Bailey better be your first name.
yeah,
Okay.
I keep reading it and I'm going, and like, so at first I just read it as Halle Berry, and I looked at the picture and I go, wow, this is some racism, because this isn't Halle Berry. This is someone who just thought, and then I'm like, oh no, it's Halle Bailey.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then so I was following it, and I read this one article kind of saying that the hashtag really wasn't existed, and that the left created it. Like they started a fight that wasn't even there. And then I'm following the hashtag, and basically everyone on that hashtag, not my Ariel, was someone saying like anyone who's saying that is a racist. But there was I only found, I would say 1.5 actually racist comments.
Right.
So it was like like when you get in a fight in your head
what's a 0.5
before you go to a place.
racist comment?
It was just kind of like it wasn't social justice warrior-y, but it also wasn't like fully racist.
They
It was
had
just
the
a weird
decency,
comment.
They had the decency to asterisk the N-word. You know what I'm saying? That's a half racist
No,
comment.
I mean, it wasn't even close
That's
to
a half
that. Yeah, and so it was like, like when you get in a fight, or when you're going to a place where you think you're gonna have to have like put your dukes up, and you get in a fight that's not even there.
I
do this all the time in the shower. I'll like have this whole fight, and then I'll go to the place, and like everyone will be totally nice to me.
Of course.
So it's like the left was creating a fight that did not exist, because they were like, oh, we know people are gonna get mad about this black Ariel. And like,
100%.
no one was no one was even mad about
They
it.
created the problem and the solution.
Yeah, like
or not really the solution.
Yeah, and so it was fighting and creating.
The final solution.
And then people were getting angry. Now, obviously, people of color feel angry, as they should, but it's angry at people who weren't being mean about the black Ariel to begin with.
Right.
So it's just real. It's just wild.
Activism without the love behind it is just attack. You know what I'm saying?
I hate the word activism in general, because it's like, I don't think, activist to me is not like a career or like a heading or title. It's just like we all should be doing a little bit to help out the place that we live, or people who are doing less well than us.
Right, but activism is becoming like an industry, though.
Right, you're right.
For sure.
It's like an economic, it's a little cottage industry now.
Oh, and I hate it, and I'm like, you can literally call me anything like, when you bring me on a show or a radio show or a TV show, but like, just don't call me an activist, because it's like, number one, I'm a comedian, and when you say activist is when I start getting in trouble for jokes that I tell. And to me, like, if we're talking about activism, when you're a comedian, speaking freely is the highest form of activism, and that's the most important thing to do. And then like,
this is why Corinne's cool. Call her a slut, it's fine. Call you an activist. Hey,
I'm
buddy.
angry.
Let's fucking chill.
Watch your words. Don't use the A word on me, please. No, and then it's also and then so like anything I've talked about with sexuality or like shame and stuff, that's just stuff that I think I would want people to know.
Right.
It's not like me on a crusade. When you start a crusade and you think that like as a human being you are high and mighty, that's when you're fucking yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just open your soul, give the love. That's always been the answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And listen, and I think just and when you're in any interaction, including sexual, keep in mind everyone didn't have the same upbringing as you, and that's a most important thing I've learned. So because I'm walking around, I had parents who were married, not fighting. I had what I needed. I had a really healthy household, and I thought that was the norm. And then I'm growing up and realizing, oh, it's not. And that's why I don't really interact well with people because I'm saying what I mean and they're saying something back to me and it's covered in all this bullshit that they unfortunately, just because of luck of the draw, had to go through.
I'm going to summarize Corinne's points to the kids.
Can I point one thing out first? We started the sign off for the podcast 10 minutes ago, and this is the most Daisy way to say goodbye, which is it's never saying goodbye. Because it's like, and another thing. Every Daisy goodbye is always like, it's
Corinne
never really goodbye.
Is actually from Maharashtra. I think we're realizing that you're actually a brown girl in whiteface right now. I realize.
She's got a lot of Fair and Lovely. Her Fair and Lovely game.
Be open. Don't fucking be weird, and don't be a pedophile. Thank you guys so much.
Well, you can be a pedophile, but get help.
Get help.
In Usama's summation.
Don't be a pedophile 3 times.
Like
if unless she's really hot, okay?
If you are a pedophile, you're a pedophile, but just like don't fuck kids, but like tell a therapist and like you'll get through
it. Just be cool and don't fuck kids.
Yeah.
That's our sign off. Don't fuck kids. Where can they follow you, Corinne?
You can follow me at Philanthropy Gal. It's tongue in cheek,
not
guys.
activist gal.
Yeah.
Philanthropy gal, which is less pretentious.
It's truly I had it for a long time. It's really just to annoy Alexis Guerreros. It bothers him so much, and I will always keep it because
Alexis
of that.
Guerreros is an unknown comic. Nobody knows.
In the soccer world, he's actually quite known.
All our soccer fans will love this. Follow me at Usama Siddiqui, at Usama bin Laughin.
Follow me at Pranav Bihari, at Pranahaha.
At May Your Mango Bay.
Yeah.
Also, guys, we fucked. Corinne, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Fire guest, fire ideas,
very
fire
fun,
riffs.
very good time.
Always
Thanks,
good time.
Corinne.
And it's raining now, so it's cool.
Yes. So thank you.
Come again. Your Mango Bay.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Pa Pa. Mango, 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 mango.
Bay.